Hey, what up? This your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD, and thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and then hit that bell. While you are here, I greatly appreciate it. So I wanted to bring you guys a lot of updates that's been going on. There's an update that has been released for Thailand, an update for Dominican Republic, as well as Colombia. I'm sure you guys have heard about some of these things that's going on. Well, I wanted to break everything down with you guys. So without any further ado, let's jump into this and let's see exactly what's going on. So the first country I'm going to talk about is Thailand. So Thailand has talked about how they are allowing unvaccinated visitors to enter into their country with just a PCR test. So I'm gonna jump into the article so you guys can see what is being stated. And it looks like this is all gonna take place after or on May 1st. So here's the article that I have here. And this article is from Loyalty Lobby, Travel Program Maximized. The title says, Thailand to welcome unvaccinated international visitors with PCR tests and no quarantine from May 1st, 2022. And this article was released April 27th, 2022. It says here, Thailand has made further modifications to its entry process effective May 1st, 2022, and will not only scrap all testing requirements for vaccinated passengers, but now also welcome unvaccinated visitors without quarantine, provided they had a PCR test done within 72 hours prior to departure. Also says here, there has been quite a bit of back and forth with these rules, and especially if the new options for unvaccinated individuals are worthwhile to look at in details to avoid any problems. So you guys can continue reading this article. Basically, there's more that is being stated in here, but of course, it's basically saying that, you know, do your investigation, make sure everything is all good. But one of the best things to do, I say, you know, I'm not someone who's pro, you know, being vaxxed or not, whatever. I don't even get into all of that stuff. But one thing I'll say is that, hey, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to worry about these requirements. But if you're happy about this, throw a T in the chat below or in the comments below and let me know that you guys like this. So next up, we're going to talk about the DR, Dominican Republic. You know, this is one of the places that has always been open during the pandemic. A lot of visitors have been going back and forth to DR, and of course, you know, DR has added restrictions here and there. They've also lifted restrictions and so forth. So, you know, this is what it is with DR. Well, I'm gonna bring you guys, let you guys know exactly what's going on. What are the new updates that has been reported from that country? Here we go. So I got this from Travel Off Path. It says Dominican Republic officially removes all entry requirements. This was updated 4 days ago. Yeah, of course, you know, once again, I be getting these articles, but I've been holding on to it. I've been kind of busy. Sorry, guys. So all three of these, I've actually held on to these for a couple of days, but here we go. It says here, the Dominican Republic now joins the list of countries that have removed all pandemic-related entry requirements, becoming the 35th nation to do so. Since earlier on in 2022, the Dominican Republic had removed almost all of their COVID entry requirements, but kept just a few in place that still presented barriers to entry for some travelers. Notably, a random breathalyzer type COVID test was administered to unvaccinated tourists, while arriving from a handful of countries like the UK still needed to bring a PCR to enter. However, from this week, all of the entry requirements have now been officially removed. Tourists, regardless of nationality, who are not fully vaccinated against the COVID are no longer subjected to any testing upon arriving to the Dominican Republic, as the country lift all pandemic-related restrictions at its international airports. So that's great news right there. I can tell you guys that is awesome news. You know, I'm sure you guys are happy to hear that. You know, I'm happy as well, because the fact of the matter is that, hey, I mean, that's a country that doesn't require, I mean, come on. It's a tourist destination, so, you know, I don't see why they even had the COVID restrictions. And of course, we know that there's other countries that have released their restrictions, such as Mexico. You could go to Mexico, no problem. I don't even think they even had any restrictions throughout the whole pandemic, if I could recall. So Mexico has always been wide open. I believe El Salvador, they also is wide open. And I think there's another country, but I'm not going to say anything right now because I don't recall. But I know for sure El Salvador and Mexico has been wide open, and now we know DR is wide open. So here we go. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one, which is we're going to talk about Colombia, which I'm sure a lot of you people like to know what's going on. Well, they have released some more information, but here's the thing. We all know how Colombia is. You know, 1 minute everything's all good, next thing you know they change up the whole situation of what they plan to do. So, you know, basically we've been, well, actually I know I've been receiving a lot of conflicting information, but one thing remains to be the same is the fact that when it comes down to unvaccinated people, they're allowing them entry now. So, and this is as of May 1st when they will start this program and so forth. So let's jump into the article, see exactly what's going on, so you guys can get latest updates of what's up. So here it is. So this is from this article. I got this from the Ministry of Health, and basically they're explaining everything that's what's going on. So it says here from Bogota, April 25th, 2022, with the announcement made by the President of the Republic, Ivan, to withdraw the mandatory use of face masks in municipalities with 70% coverage of the full scheme and 40% reinforcement, they also arrived some new measures. In this regard, Fernando, the Ministry of Health or Social Protection, explained that the health emergency measures is maintained taking into account 2 points. It says first, due to the recommendation of the WHO, of the World Health Organization, to maintain this status, and second, there to have only been 6 weeks of declining figures, both in contagion and mortality. It is necessary to wait a while longer, he assured, which is why he stressed this new emergency was considered a transitional one. As for those who wish to enter Colombia, see, this is the part that we need to pay attention at. It says right here, as for those who wish to enter Colombia, the ministry stressed that all international travelers must have a vaccination card with a complete schedule. However, this is the change. It says, however, he stressed that we are expanding to unvaccinated people who will be able to enter Colombia. To do this, they must present a PCR test no older than 72 or an antigen test no older than 42 hours. So that's the new change of what's going on. So basically, they're going to start allowing unvaccinated people to enter into the country, and you got to have your PCR test or antigen test to come back. So they're bringing that whole thing back. Now, here's the problem that I don't like. I really hope that if you have a vaccination card, you can still enter into the country with no problem and just show them your card. Because the last thing I want to do is continue trying to get tested so I could go back to Colombia, because that is such a nuisance. For those of you that has been traveling to Colombia dealing with that, you know what I mean. You know, that becomes to be an issue, especially depending on where you're living at with the tests, how fast you're able to get these tests and so forth. You know, if a lot of people are taking tests, well, that's a delay on when you're going to get your test back. So, you know, you got to deal with all that stress and so forth. It becomes to be a headache. But, you know, like I said, if they allow you with your Vax card, I think that's a good thing. You know, continue with that. There should be no reason for that. Now, what I think is the United States, they need to drop their mandate for people who are who has their vaccination card for testing. I think there is no need to even require people who've been vaccinated to even be tested. I mean, you've been vaccinated, you're protected. Of course, you're trying to protect those that haven't been vaccinated, but they've chosen their path, and that's just the way it is. That's what I think, how I feel, whatever. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think about this. If you're happy about this for Colombia, put a C in the comment section. If you're happy about what's going on with DR, put a D down there for me. Well, this is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.